Stuck in luxury. Sophia was a 10-year-old girl, living in a world of opulence and luxury. Everything she wanted, she got. From the finest clothes to the most exotic toys. Yet, despite all this, she was always unsatisfied, always demanding more. Her parents were influential people, always busy with their affairs. They showered her with gifts instead of love, hoping that material wealth could replace their absence. Yet, their indifference only fueled Sophia's defiant behavior. One day, while her parents were out and Sophia was left alone in their mansion, she decided to play around in the luxurious bathtub. As she was messing around with the soap, she slipped and her big toe got severely stuck in the bathtub faucet. She screamed in pain and surprise, but there was nobody there to hear her. Sophia tried desperately to pull her toe out, but it was lodged too deeply into the faucet. She started to panic, scared and alone in the grand bathroom. After what seemed like an eternity, her parents returned home. They found Sophia crying in the bathroom, her toe still stuck in the faucet. Immediately, they called for a plumber. The plumber examined the situation and informed them that unless they cut into the faucet, Sophia's toe would be permanently stuck. The parents exchanged a glance. The faucet was an antique, a rare and valuable piece of their collection. They couldn't bear the thought of damaging it. They dismissed the plumber, deciding not to cut into the faucet. Instead, they told Sophia that they would find another solution. Sophia was left alone once again, her toe still stuck in the faucet. She cried herself to sleep that night, feeling abandoned and betrayed. Days turned into weeks, and Sophia's toe remained stuck. She was unable to move around freely, confined to the bathroom. Her parents hired a nurse to care for her, but they rarely visited. They were too busy with their affairs, their social life continuing as if nothing had happened. Sophia became a prisoner in her own home, her once luxurious life now reduced to a sad existence. She missed playing, running around, and even attending school. The nurse tried to comfort her, but the loneliness was unbearable. Sophia felt abandoned, her parents' indifference more painful than her physical discomfort. As weeks turned into months, Sophia's spirit began to break. The once spoiled brat was now a sad, lonely girl, her wealth meaningless in the face of her predicament. Sophia's parents continued their life as usual, their daughter's situation a mere inconvenience. They had the money, the influence to escape any charges, any blame. The days grew colder, the nights longer. Sophia's room, once filled with laughter and tantrums, was now filled with silence and despair. The nurse continued to care for Sophia, her kind eyes filled with pity. Yet, she could do nothing more than provide the basic care. Sophia's world had shrunk to the confines of the bathroom. The luxurious bathtub that she once loved had become her prison. Sophia's parents, on the other hand, continued their lives as if nothing had happened. Parties, social gatherings, they were all more important than their daughter's well-being. Sophia's cries for help fell on deaf ears. The mansion echoed with her sobs, a haunting reminder of the family's neglect and indifference. As the days turned into weeks, and then into months, Sophia's hope began to fade. The once lively girl was now a mere shadow of her former self. Sophia's parents, meanwhile, seemed to have forgotten about her. Their daughter's plight was nothing more than a minor inconvenience in their lavish lives. The nurse, despite her best efforts, couldn't do much. She watched helplessly as Sophia's spirit broke bit by bit each day. As time went by, Sophia's situation remained unchanged. Her toe, still stuck in the faucet, her parents, still indifferent to her predicament. Sophia's life had become a sad tale of neglect and indifference, a stark contrast to the luxury that surrounded her. The mansion, the wealth, they all seemed meaningless now. In the end, Sophia was left alone with her pain and despair. Her parents' wealth and influence could not save her, nor could they alleviate her suffering. Sophia's story is a grim reminder of how wealth and luxury can sometimes blind people to what truly matters. Her plight was the result of her parents' neglect and indifference, a sad consequence of their selfishness. In the grand scheme of things, Sophia was just a little girl who wanted to be loved. Yet, in her parents' world, she was nothing more than an afterthought, a burden they chose to ignore. Sophia's story ended on a somber note, a tragic tale of a little girl stuck in a world of luxury, yet deprived of the most basic human need: love and care.